Welcome to a bonus edition of What You Missed News. Originally, I was only going to talk about 2 Nintendo stories, but there's a couple other stories that came out, and I didn't want to just talk in a very short video about these 2 Nintendo stories. So we're going to cover some other stories first, then jump into the Nintendo stories, and that's how today's video is going to go. I really appreciate you guys tuning in to watch this video, and I appreciate the continued support to this news kind of series I'm doing. If you do appreciate these videos and like them, make sure to remember to sign in, like, and share, even if you want to wait till the end to make sure that it's worth your thumbs up. At the end of the day, I would really like you to come here and view this as a scenario situation where you're just chilling and sitting down. As the holidays come through, a lot of people don't have families, so at least I can make this a little bit of a homey environment. You can get yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, maybe soda, sit right down and enjoy some video game news where I detail and discuss some of the more important stories. So let's run the intro and then we'll jump right into the stories. Welcome back to What You Missed Gaming, the video game news show that knows it's dangerous to go alone and uninformed on the internet. So here, take this video game news with you and stay informed, ladies and gentlemen. So the first story up is the Xbox One X review over on IGN. If you didn't realize this, the Xbox One X has been released and it's an incredibly powerful console. By the time you see this, it might have released a little bit earlier, and this might be a day or two late, depending on the time you view this video. That's how it works. I record these about a day early, so there's that. If you're interested in getting the Xbox One X, you need to kind of realize that it's pretty much an Xbox One S, and a little bit heavier. The cooling goes out the sides instead of up top. It's a little bit louder, but it stays pretty cool, all things considered, with the technology that's thrown into this. This thing is roughly 5 to 6 times more powerful than the Xbox One, but in reality, it's actually 10 times more powerful with console optimizations. So it would essentially be like taking a 2010 computer and then comparing it to a 2016 computer. It's like, yeah, man, they both could do the same exact things, but one is substantially more powerful, more effective, uses newer technologies than the other one. You see what I'm saying? Essentially, you'll be able to still be playing Xbox One games for quite some time, and I'm pretty sure eventually there will be Xbox One X exclusive games produced, just like how the Xbox 360 was being supported for quite some time, and then they kind of shifted over completely to the Xbox One. And that's great, wonderful. That's how it's going to go. That's how it usually goes with backwards compatible consoles. So if that's something you're interested in getting, there you go. You can buy it now. Moving on, we have streamers not sure what to make of the classic Activision games on Call of Duty World War II. Again, I'd like to point out that I stream on Twitch, ladies and gentlemen, 8:30 Eastern time. You can head over to Protomario on Twitch if you want to see me streaming stuff. Recently, I've been streaming Call of Duty World War II. I absolutely loathe and hate the experience I'm getting out of it, and if you'd like to see me rage and be filled with despair and sadness, you can head over there. Sometimes I'll stream, so it's not a guaranteed every night, but I do tweet it out on Twitter the day of beforehand, so check into that. With all that said, it does seem that streamers are not sure what to do with these classic games. So yeah, it's extremely depressing when I see news stories like this as well, because you gotta say, man, Activision, they do a lot of shady stuff, but it's impressive that they were able to fit an emulator and all of these ROMs onto the Call of Duty disc itself. Yes, I know they're not really that sizable, but somebody went through the arduous, they programmed it, you know, and it wasn't easy. I can guarantee it wasn't that easy to program, and they put it into the game. Now, it costs you 10 credits to play these games, and you'll get 100 credits every few hours anyways, so it's not like it's a big cost. But a lot of these streamers walked by this and said that it wasn't worth messing with, it wasn't worth toying with, or doing anything with, because, you know, they're more concerned about what rewards would they get. You know, you don't always need a reward, man. If you play the games and you have fun playing the games, good, you know. These are Atari games, so they're not really in-depth games that are going to give you a substantial reward or payoff. Most of them don't even end, really. It just comes down to you getting a high score. So it really depresses me when I hear these streamers, oh, what am I going to get out of playing this game? You're playing Call of Duty, you get all kinds of stuff just for playing a match, and you're sitting here playing some classic Activision Atari games, and you're still trying to figure out if it's worth your time. How about you, in between war sessions, in between the intense multiplayer matches, take a load off and play one of these games and have fun. Have fun with the game, that's what a game's for, have fun! Whatever. Anyways, there was something very serious that happened. This is all alleged. Nothing has been proven yet. I have to say that because I would not want to be put into this position and have people thinking, hey, gee, look at what he did. Overwatch team fires manager after a woman says he sexually assaulted her. Okay, so basically, you see the title. There's text to support what's going on here about this person acknowledging what they've done. There's another person talking about how they had to talk to a detective and how they're getting a lawyer involved. So this is a very serious court case. This person lost their job over sexual assault allegations, which is very unfortunate. If they did it, they'll probably be convicted with the evidence that's being shown here in this story. Again, this is all alleged. They still have their day in court. So let them have their day in court, because people who go to prison for sexual assault and stuff like that, they usually end up being sexually assaulted themselves, and not by a beautiful woman in this person's case as to what they allegedly had done. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Let the justice system take care of them. Take-Two is hinting at a new entry in a major 2K franchise by March 2019. It might be BioShock, it might be something else, it might be Borderlands, it might be completely new. Who knows? They're just hinting at this stuff. So if you were looking forward to that kind of game and that kind of news, there you go. Again, they've said this before, they've talked about this before, and said that they couldn't give out details for whatever reason. Probably because it's still in development and they really don't want it to be spoiled. Telltale Games has laid off 25% of its staff as part of a company restructure. That's really bad. That's really bad. 25% is 1/4. That's really bad. Wow, we can math. Elementary math, ladies and gentlemen. Protomath Professor Ario. Right here. That's what you can call me. I'll be your teacher for today. 25% is 1/4. Anyways, that's not good, man, when 1/4 of the company goes. My God, that's terrible. Can you imagine? See what I'm saying about how volatile video game jobs are? I'm not saying don't ever pursue your dreams. I'm saying that it's so ridiculous in this era right now that, like, you could have such a great job at a video game company and then one day, hey, by the way, you're fired, we're restructuring the company. You never did anything wrong. You were never late. You were one of the best employees in the world. I've seen it 1,000 times. Crazy, huh? So that's pretty nuts. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at that. I feel bad for the people who lost their jobs, but what else can be said about that? The company's being restructured. So here's the big one that I wanted to talk about. And there's a couple others that I'll be mentioning as well, but this is a big one here, okay? Nintendo says the shift to paid online for the Switch will allow for better services. Okay, you can read through what they've said here. There's a Q&A in the Q&A section that's essentially, the title is what it boils down to. And I think it's really, really pathetic when you have to say stuff like that. I've made this point, okay? Steam is free, Origin is free, Blizzard is free, GOG is free. Any online connecting services are free unless otherwise stated, okay? So the game themselves aren't free. If you're going to sit there and use the excuse, oh, Overwatch encourages microtransactions and loot boxes, oh, you know, you have to pay for World of Warcraft. You want to sit there and use those excuses. You chose to pay for those games in the first place, okay? You chose to buy those games. No one is asking you to pay for the online to use those games in multiplayer modes, okay? You can get Diablo 3, you can go online and play with other people 100% free. You pay for the game and that's all there is to it. That's how it works. Now, you get a Xbox One and a PS4 copy of Diablo 3. You can't play online unless you have Xbox Live or PSN. Now, I hate to bring these points up, but I really don't see how paying for online service is going to improve Nintendo, especially when they shut down Miiverse. You guys remember Miiverse was ending, and a lot of people probably are like, oh, who cares about Miiverse? There's a lot of kids out there who were part of that community. They really like the Miiverse, man. I mean, the picture I'm going to show you, it's heartbreaking. It really hurts my heart, man. It tugs at my heart, man, because these children, they built this community up and they really loved being part of this community, and now it's shut down and over with, and seemingly so it coincides the fact that they're promoting better services for online if you're going to pay for it, which implies that, hey, we're going to be shutting down these free services over here so that we can make a big push to this online service. You better pay for this online service. You went, no, I'm cool, man. I'm not going to be buying Nintendo Online unless my daughter really wants to play online with someone. I'm cool, man. I do not want that at all. I barely play my Switch as it is, only for certain games, man. You think you're gonna get me to pay for online? You're out of your mind. I have bigger, more important things to pay for. My daughter's college education coming up, my own house, vehicles, cars, improving my setup here. Why would I waste my money on your online services when all I want to do is connect to someone to play a game with? This is why PC gaming is really on the rise. Ladies and gentlemen, you buy what you want, you pay for what you want, but I will not pay for Nintendo's online. I'm sorry. Finally, I want to end on this story. There are Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon leaked on 4chan, and not only just leaks, ladies and gentlemen, there's already playable ROMs going through emulators that you can get. You can play Ultra Sun and Moon on your PC if you don't want to wait for the game to come out on the 3DS. If you guys want to avoid leaks, please do not follow a lot of PokeTubers. Please, for the short time, unsubscribe and unfollow them on all social medias, because there's a lot of them that are tweeting out this stuff and you don't want your game spoiled. I promise you, I can guarantee you personally, I will not be spoiling you. Any leaks that I cover will be spoiler free. So just like this, I'm not going to show anything that would spoil you, but if you do take the link to this story and you scroll down, you need to realize right now that what you're going to see is going to spoil you. There are some Pokemon that are being shown, their sprite forms, some names, some stats, and stuff like that. So don't get spoiled, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to unfollow those PokeTubers that are doing that stuff. Just to stay spoiler free. That's all I have to say. I think it's pretty grimy for people who got free Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon games early to sit here and leak it. I think you're trash. I think you're scum. I think it's pathetic that you have to do that to get views and to get attention. Or maybe you just do it to spoil other people's, experiences, which is really depressing and really sad that that's how you get your rocks off. But pathetically, disgustingly dark people do exist out there, ladies and gentlemen. I also think that people who got the game early really shouldn't have gotten the game early. No offense, I'm not jealous at all. I will go and buy the game. It's 40 bucks, not a lot of money to me. Okay? So I feel bad that these people sit here and curtail and cater to Nintendo to get the game free. Because that's exactly how it is, because people like me, who are very popular and very well known for Nintendo content, didn't get the game free. And a lot of other people who are very critical of Nintendo, just like I am, also didn't get the game free. But people who just stream Nintendo content, just cover Nintendo stuff, never talk bad about it, got the game free. So it's pretty crazy, man. Again, I'm not slinging mud or shade. I'm just saying, I'm calling it how I see it. I feel really bad about that stuff. And I feel bad that people are getting spoiled because of it. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the extra bonus episode of What You Missed News. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys leave me a big thumbs up if you did. Let me know what you'd like to see in the future in the comment section below. And yeah, you guys have yourselves a great day. I've been your host, Protomario. I'm signing out. As always, good gaming. God bless. And thank you for watching.